bacon.
Greetings, Stacy Morsels. It's Reverse BLT here, and as you can probably tell from my majestic dragon reborn robes and the fact that I fished out my Age of Legends Aes Sedai ring and my red regalia, it's time for trailer Gai'don the Third. I had completely forgotten because of schooling and everything that because of school. I was busy studying. Class was out because of bad weather, but I was trying to get ahead in my studies, and I forgot that today was the day that the Wheel of Time Season 3 trailer was supposed to drop. No big surprise, though. You guys know me. I forget things all the time, so it wouldn't be the first trailer I've ever forgotten. But I did have a pretty good excuse this time. But someone mentioned in a comment on a Fallout video that I just dropped that it was out. And I was like, holy crap, I completely forgot about that. So, hey, let's find out what the hell's going on in this trailer. I'm not even gonna do much preamble. I will probably do a frame by frame afterward and see if I notice anything interesting going on. But I will probably not do anything else. Let me just double check something though. I've had several instances where I've been doing reactions and then found out that my recordings weren't actually happening. So don't want to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this, and then we'll run it back through again, and I'll have some thoughts to share after that, probably.
The world is changing. A tide sweeping us along against our control.
Okay.
We cannot stand behind these walls and pretend we still have control.
This tower is destroying itself from the inside out.
If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Randall Thor, he will lose the last battle.
There's not enough air in the world to deal with this.
They won't just come for Red. They'll come for all of us.
We're going to the last place anyone would ever look for me.
Okay.
You do not belong here.
Okay.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival. Do you think it might be you?
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
Do you love her?
What did you see in the rings?
Okay.
In every future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't.
We don't win battles with politics and prophecies. We win with armies.
Get ready! Archers! Loose!
Oh, yeah.
Make them believe in you,
Oh, shit.
and they will follow you to the ends of the earth.
This is what I was born to do.
Yep. Okay. First thing I'm thinking is just that this was definitely what I like to call a response trailer. We've had certain groups of hardcore book fans who have been upset about changes, and a lot of this trailer was about showing people that, in fact, pretty much exactly what you most demand to see or you most want to see this season is going to happen. It's pretty much going to be torn right out of the pages. Let's go through this thing. Not exactly frame by frame, but let's definitely go through this a little bit. So obviously our first shot was just the group wandering through the waste. Looks like we got Rand and Rourke, maybe some wise ones, and then some maidens of the spear. Obviously, it's impossible for me to tell which ones. This was, I remember, a shot that was that a lot of people were wondering about, and I just noticed something. My video quality looks like shit. Of course, because YouTube, for whatever reason, decided to show this to me in 720p. But anywho, we had this shot from a released still of Egwene and Elaine and Nynaeve on horseback looking super fierce. And before I go any further, I just realized I should probably do a spoiler warning. So I will definitely be discussing in a roundabout way, but I will be alluding to things that probably will happen up to book 5, which is Fires of Heaven, which is incidentally, as far as I've read anyway, but I'm pretty sure that this season is covering basically books 3, 4, and 5. Because there's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing. And there are some things that, people who have read even further than I have recognized from that shot of Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve together. It's most likely from Egwene's accepted test, but there are definitely going to be some hints about her future, I think, that her potential future. They're going to be dropped in that, even though obviously the accepted test isn't technically, there's debate about whether it's real or not, like whether it represents like an actual truth. This, I'm pretty sure, is a side view. I don't know if side view is really the right term, but like a flicker. So like this is, I think, an alternate possibility of the timeline, and then this one, I'm pretty sure this is Rand going insane, and probably having to be put down by Elaine, Egwene. Oh, well, then it's probably in her accepted test. Now that I think about it, but it still probably represents a flicker where he goes mad, and Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve are wandering. What the hell just happened? That was strange. My TV just decided to reboot. Okay, where was I? I'm pretty sure that this is again from Egwene's accepted test, I think, and this is about them having to put down Rand, who has gone mad from the taint. But it looks like he may have declared himself a dragon in that side view, because I was noticing the jacket he was wearing. Still debate on, now I will use terms, it's up to you whether you want to look them up if you don't already know what they are. I wouldn't if I were you. There's been debate as to whether or not this ball that we've seen Moiraine handling several times in the teaser trailer and now in this, whether it's an activation key for the Choden Call, or if it's another ter'angreal. I don't know. I think it could be either or. It could also, be something entirely different. I don't know. I think it makes the most sense, though, for it to be a version of a ter'angreal that she uses in a certain fight that I expect to happen in this season. No reason it can't do double duty, though, depending on how they choose to do things. I'm still hoping the activation keys will be, what they are in the books, just because it's really cool to see really weird and bizarre, spectacular things like that. Okay, so this is Liandrin getting called out for being Black Ajah. That's what I'm guessing this is. So we have Nynaeve there. There was a report earlier about, like, I guess a scene in which Nynaeve had to testify against Liandrin. So this is them attempting to steal her, I'm assuming. But of course, Black Ajah have certain perks that regular Aes Sedai don't. So, so yeah, I don't think this is going to go well for them.
Tide sweeping us along against our control.
All right, let's see here. This looks like it's just blink and you miss it almost. Different sitters, sitters of the Ajahs. Wait a minute, just dawned on me what this really is. This is the tower, the fight with the Black Ajah in the tower. I'm guessing these are all Black sisters, who are demonstrating the fact that they are not bound by the oaths. Yep, that's exactly what's going on here. They're attacking the Amerlin and the others and the sitters to try and free Liandrin and escape. And I don't know if that's Liandrin still up in the air in this whirling ball of fire or what's going on here. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It's going to be hugely destructive. I love this shot. Actually, I just noticed Nynaeve just sort of standing off to the side like, huh? But yeah, we see, is that a blue sister? I think running into... Oh, wait, I didn't even recognize her because she usually wears white, but it's, I guess, the keeper. What's her name? Liana. Rushing in to protect Swan from someone trying to throw a fireball at her. Okay, so Liandrin was in the fireball that was up in the sky. Oh, wow. I'm seeing all the different weaves of mostly of fire and air, I think. They're being thrown all over the place. So yeah, there's this. They did say that the third season was going to open with like 15, I think, straight minutes of insanity with the sisters in the tower fighting each other and destroying everything. And definitely looks like they weren't lying about that. Is that Perrin? I think it might be Perrin being thrown away from a wall that's exploding. But the artwork in the background looks like this is actually still in Tar Valon. So I'm guessing that, okay, so starting to piece together some of what's happening. Most of the time, a good trailer for a show will usually try to make sure that most of its scenes come from really early on so that they don't spoil a lot. And I'm guessing they're probably doing the first, 2 or 3 episodes for the trailer. And there was a lot of speculation from the pictures that, the pictures we had seen of Rand, Perrin, and Matt drinking together were in Tar Valon because of some of the background stuff. But we also saw some stuff with the line of Andor in the background, if I remember correctly. So, but wait, no, was that from... No. That was from stuff that they showed later with Matt. So that could be just Matt in a different location. At least I think. But because I don't think I see it here. So this looks like it's in Tar Valon. So I'm guessing they're just going to be present when when the tower fight happens. Yeah, I shouldn't call it the tower coup. Those of you who know. But yeah, I think that's Perrin. Still got a sword on him. And that's just,
We cannot stand behind
the White Tower. I think they're being a little cheeky here, though, because I'm not sure that these scenes take place with each other. But this does look like the tower, so I don't know. But if it is, then we have some yellow sisters, and maybe that's just supposed to be... Nah, I really don't know. I don't know how much they're going to have the Age of Legends Aes Sedai resemble the current Aes Sedai in terms of like art styles and things like that, because this could be a flashback to Age of Legends in theory. But those all look like female statues, but they could be cheeky, like maybe they're just not showing us any of the male statues. And again, with different turnings you could operate with some slightly different rules. Like they could be using some of the same iconography that we would associate with the Aes Sedai in the present day of the story, but still representing the Age of Legends because it all is a
stand
giant
behind
cycle.
these walls and pretend we still have control.
All right, so definitely still from Leandrin being brought in and accused. Yeah, this is all in Tar Valon. So yeah, this must be Moiraine
It's destroying itself from the inside.
Lan, looking at the tower and realizing the shit's going down. Egwene looks like she's been through some shit. So I don't know, but it's kind of hard to tell. She's still wearing white. My guess, but just because of how messy she looks, and I'm gonna try to. Okay, no, I'm just gonna say it. She looks really good, messy. I can't believe there were people who were saying she wasn't pretty enough to be Egwene. You people are fucking insane. This is a beautiful woman. But anywho, back to the important stuff. It's not really important that she's beautiful. I'm guessing that her acceptance test comes after all the shit goes down. Maybe they kind of rush her through it because they need really strong talent. And Nynaeve and Egwene and Elaine are three of the strongest people they've got at the tower, just in terms of raw potential. So maybe they just want to kind of rush her through it so they can get her out there and get her doing stuff for them. Because obviously, even accept it, still obviously not a full sister, but it's still a lot better than someone who's just a novice in terms of what they can actually use them for. So I'm guessing this is right before she goes to the Arches for accepted test, but after the big battle took place, and maybe she took part in it.
Side out.
Speaking of the big battle, we've got Are you serious? Why can I can remember her last name, but not her first name, Mosvani. Why can't I think of her? Played by the very attractive Priyanka Bose. We saw this exact shot in the teaser. It's her tearing up the streets, fighting presumably Black Aja. And we saw later in that same teaser that she was fighting, going basically hand to hand magically with Leandrin. So Alana, there we go.
I does not bend the knee to Rand al'Thor. He will lose the last battle.
Her trying to convince the people at the tower that they need to fall in line behind Rand rather than trying to control Rand. I am guessing this is the Battle of the Two Rivers. Is that Fael? I mean, that's Fael back there wrecking shop. Oh, I can't wait to see her. She at this point that I met in the books anyway, she's one of my favorite characters. And there are a lot of people who keep telling me that I'm gonna hate her later. I just don't see that happening yet, but who knows? But we see Perrin in full armor, and it looks like he's got his blacksmith hammer. I don't see an axe, but you know what? Trailers also, especially if they're taking some cues from like Marvel and such, trailers like to lie. So it's entirely possible that isn't really going to be an axe. I mean, it isn't really going to be a hammer when we get to this fight. That is going to be an axe. But who knows? It doesn't really matter. It's cool to see Perrin like being doing warrior things. It's gonna be interesting watching his development because obviously the whole conflict between the way of the warrior, the way of the leaf is always fascinating.
To deal with this,
I'm not sure that we just saw before the boys sharing a drink. I'm not sure that was from the same scene. I'm gonna go back to that. Could be, but it could also be something else. I'm wondering if have we got an announcement yet for Asmodean? I know I'm being crackpotty right now, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe if we just saw our first hint at Asmodean.
the world to deal with
now.
this.
Right, so that Rand or I can't tell what's happening there.
Don't discomfort.
Obviously, land fear. Land looking like he's having himself a dark moment of dark tea time of the soul kind of moment. But he's got Nynaeve there to talk it out with, which is great. Everybody's gonna be happy. Matt's wearing some new clothes. I think this might be setting up a certain show off scene, and that's just Egwene looking pensive. I don't know what's happening here either. I see lots of what look like was a Gai'don sore. So I'm guessing these are actually Maidens of the Spear, but the ones in the foreground I'm not sure about. Like I don't know if they're supposed to be maidens or if they're supposed to be wise ones, and it's entirely possible that it's actually just the Black Ajah meeting each other somewhere else. Because well, speaking of, I was gonna say we did see Moggy in the trailer. This is a fascinating.
It'll come for all of us.
This is very fascinating. So yeah, this I'm looking forward to this. Moghedien and Nynaeve. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. All right, and so this is Fael then, right? Or I guess our first really good look at her. That's gonna be
To the
fun.
last place anyone would ever look for me.
Okay, and so is it just me, or have they subtly changed the makeup and everything for Loyal? I wonder, going to the last place anybody would think to look for me. It's kind of weird they cut straight to Loyal when he says that, because it kind of implies they're going to a steading, but I don't think that's where they're going. Another fascinating freaking shot. Like, what is going on here? Why are you hanging out with Lanfear? And wearing his like, okay, so either this is in the world of dreams or this is another flicker kind of deal, because he's wearing his old like Two Rivers sheep herder outfit and hanging out with Lanfear. Trying to remember though, isn't there? I thought it was like kind of like pointed out that she always has like short hair in Tel'aran'rhiod. So yeah, I'm guessing this is the world of dreams. And there's Egwene. Oh, well, she cut her hair short after. I mean, she had her hair cut when she was under the control of the Sul'dam. So, but I do think it's kind of fun what they're doing here, because we have Lanfear always has her hair short when she's in Tel'aran'rhiod, and I'm pretty sure that Egwene is in Tel'aran'rhiod right now, and she's got her hair short. So I think that's kind of cute. I like the symmetry there if they kind of chose to do that.
You do not belong here.
Yep, she meets a wise woman who's like, "What the heck are you doing here?" More Tel'aran'rhiod stuff.
Our people.
Who was being disintegrated? It's Egwene. Oh, she's having nightmares about being a Damane again, because that's the Sul'dam, and she's disintegrating.
Our people have been waiting for the Karakarn's arrival.
Avienda. Talking about the Karakarn, we get our first shot of the tattoos. They do look kind of unnatural, which is good. So like when I was reading about them in the books, I kind of imagined them as being almost sort of holographic in a weird sort of way, like something where you would look at it and be like, no real world tattoo technology could produce these tattoos. That they would look like something that had to have been made with some sort of super weird, crazy future technology / magic. I honestly imagined them like kind of moving subtly and having a vague holographic feel to them. Kind of hoping that actually is what happens when we see them in live action, like actually, outside of the trailer.
To think it might be you.
Each step forward is a step backwards through time.
I like how they're doing that too. They're kind of like cutting back and forth between Rand's journey and Moraine's journey, like really showing how they kind of mirror each other. Oh shit, people were right. So the speculation was absolutely right about what this is. This is oh crap, what's the name of the character? I can't remember the name, but yeah, this is I think that's Lanfear right back there. But like Mirren, that's Mirren. You see the woman? Like and right back there, that woman in black, I'm almost certain is Mirren.
Do you love her?
Do you love her? Who is Egwene asking about? Is she asking about? Weirdly, I think she's asking about Lanfear. So that's going to be interesting to see how they're playing that. And here we have the glass columns. That looks great, and that I don't really know what I expected them to look like, but I like the way they look. And yeah,
Did you see in the rings?
so okay, I have to comment on this again, trying not to be spoilery, but you guys, this is some cheeky shit right here, because obviously we're talking about her going through the rings and seeing stuff and everything, right? But like, you know what they're hinting at right now.
What did you see in the rings?
Oh, did they actually just fucking show it? Because I think they're just being cheeky. They're being super cheeky. Like, see how like her falling, there's like this subtle cast of like red on her arm and everything. Like she's like being bathed in red light. Oh, there's some cheeky motherfuckers, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm assuming this is supposed to represent right here different versions of herself, kind of how they're doing the rings. But that weird cast of red, that's not
In every
accidental.
future where I lived.
Okay, seeing, I guess we're gonna revisit the memories of when she first met Lan. Here we have different versions of
Rand dies.
reality where bad things happen to Rand over and over again. Looks like she's
Where she
Amerlin
lives.
here. It's like she's Amerlin here. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same thing or a different version of the world where she's Amerlin. And I'm trying to see if that's supposed to be Swan, who's her keeper, or if it's supposed to be someone else. But yeah, Rand presumably going crazy, or maybe being forced to be bound by the tower rather than the tower following him.
As if I don't.
I love this shot from the teaser of like Lanfear with the dark Emmonsfield 5 and Moghedien in the background, and of course Moiraine trying to get away. Lanfear killing her. Lanfear killing her. I was just like, Lanfear killing her, Lanfear killing her. I don't know if that's supposed to be. I don't think that's Elaine. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Morghese. Yeah, that's Morghese. It's weird to me to see like what's her name? Olivia. I can't remember her last name, but it's weird for me to see this actress as like a blonde / strawberry blonde or whatever, because I'm so used to her seeing her with like dark hair. And yeah, I'm assuming again that wait. Oh, you know what? No, okay. Yeah, this I didn't realize it. So it wasn't a version of Fael that I was seeing earlier. It was Alana. So is this like a mourning thing? Because I think it's pretty clear that she loses one of her warders, And I also feel like this shot just sort of like confirmed which warder she loses. Oh, there's our first shot of Shore as Elida. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. She's going to just chew up scenery. And there's Elaine looking heavy as the crown. Oh, and here's our show-off scene. We're literally seeing it right here. This is our show-off scene. We're seeing, I think, the preamble to it because which one is that they confirm he was? Is that Galad that he's playing? Like just beating the crap out of somebody. And yeah, as Matt watches on, and yeah. That's gonna be fun. That is a great scene of the
With
books.
armies.
Okay, damn it. Look, is it Alana or is it Fael? Okay, no, it is Fael with the face makeup. I hate having face blindness. It makes it so hard for me sometimes to recognize who people are. And nope. I'm wrong again because that is definitely Fael right here, which means that this was 100% Alana. And I'm just a face blind idiot. Yeah. So
Armies.
getting into her going, losing perspective a bit. Yep. All right. Yep. Trollocs and that's interesting. Oh, so they have more people on their side than I expected already, unless these are supposed to be gray men, which would be interesting if they are supposed to be gray men, because then it would be like, them finding those guys on the battlefield afterward and being like, wait, who the hell are these people? There's Loyal going into battle with some maidens. Oh, there's the axe. So maybe he's double fisting. Maybe he's got like a hammer and an axe. And I'm guessing this right here is is one of the big moments or the concluding moment of the fight in the White Tower between the sisters of the Black Ajah and the regular sisters. More Battle of the Two Rivers type stuff. Who is this? That's what I'm curious about right here. They're weaving fire, air, spirit. Where are they? I don't know what's going on here. The hairstyle makes me think that we're looking at Alana again, but I don't know what she's doing if it is. Maybe they're just creating a mist, like to shroud forces in battle. It would be interesting if it's Nynaeve, because at some point we do have to, obviously give her a triumphant moment to finally move past her block. And that might be what's going on there. It could also, I just thought of someone else it could be. I'm not going to say, because that would definitely be a spoiler. Speaking of Nynaeve, though, I'm pretty sure that's Nynaeve right there. And nope, that's not Nynaeve, because we saw this exact outfit earlier. So this is probably Egwene, which would make sense because she is channeling and seems to be channeling pretty easily. Unless, wait, actually no, it's not Egwene, which makes me think again that I'm right about who this is, and they're deliberately hiding. They're being cheeky here. Yeah, I know who that is. Nice. So we're going to be advancing that storyline too. Here we go with some more glass column stuff, I'm pretty sure. Intercutting between that and the declaration.
Make them believe in you.
Yep. Oh, this is the moment, isn't it? I believe he might be looking up at the oh! Son of a bitch! Am I getting my Mieran Farnsworth cold open? Am I getting my effing Mieran Farnsworth cold open? That's the Colum Dawn, isn't it? Good news, everyone. Please, Rafe, please tell me you guys wrote her saying that. I will give you actual money, and I don't even have money. I will find a way to get money. I will rob a goddamn bank just so I can give you money if you have her utter the words, good news, everybody. Like Professor Farnsworth, because that has to happen. Please, I deserve something right now in this hellscape that has been brought to us by the current freaking administration in my country. Give me something. Give me this, Rafe. Please. Yay. Kissy kissies. All right, Elaine. This is something I like because, you know, I can't remember how much of this we got into, but I don't remember getting a lot of this, but it makes a lot of sense for Elaine to be a big part of his tutelage in how to be a leader, like a political leader. She's been trained for that her whole life, and their relationship, it makes perfect sense that she'd be one of the people who would be responsible for helping him understand
Follow you to the ends of the earth.
how to take on the responsibility of being the Dragon Reborn, the Karar Karn, and all these other things that people are expecting him to be. And that looks like Perrin traveling with maybe Bane and Chiad, and is that Loyal? So heading back to the Two Rivers, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And you see what I mean? So again, those of you who know, you know. You see how much cheeky falling imagery they're doing with Moiraine? And they keep finding ways, and I don't know how much of it is going to be in the show, how much of it's in the trailer only, just as nods to us, but they keep making sure she has a vague reddish cast on her, you know, like in the lighting and everything. Yeah, they definitely know. They're definitely telling us, hey guys, certain things are happening this season. There's Fael again. I have not seen this woman act yet in anything, but it's amazing how much an actor can sometimes sell that they are the character just from little tiny snippets of action and stills. So far she feels like Fael to me. And we got a bunch of white cloaks back there and a bunch of Trollocs and taking a moment to kiss during battle. Oh, okay, so we are still getting this scene. They're just remixing it a bit, probably. So I'm thinking they're going to have Rand start this part and have Land finish it, if that makes sense. So that it's still mostly Land that does it.
This is what I was born to do.
Yeah, it is what you were born to do. I can't believe I forgot about this, but someone had to point this out in the teaser trailer, the bubbles of evil. I had completely forgotten about the freaking bubbles of evil. Who is it supposed to be, though? I mean, it should be Rand. Yeah, it is. But for a second, it looked like someone wearing a dress, so I was thinking maybe it wasn't. But who's on the bed then? Oh, wait, does this fit in with the scene we saw in the trailer, in the teaser of Moiraine waking up to being strangled by Lanfear? So maybe they're going to do something where the bubbles of evil. No, that's definitely Yosha. But I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Moiraine on the bed or who that is, but someone, obviously someone. I don't know where my brain's at sometimes. Yeah, I can't figure out who that is that was being strangled. But yeah, Bubble of Evil. That was a great trailer. Like I said, it definitely was a response trailer. It was definitely them saying, we know that you guys are expecting to see certain things, and we're making sure that you know that those things are happening. And we're giving you just enough for you to know those things are happening, whilst being vague enough that the people who have not read any of the books don't know yet what the hell any of this means, and still overall just being exciting. I love that trailer. I think it's great. I can't wait for what is it, March 13th, 19th? I forget what day it is, but I can't wait for that to get here. I'm going to be doing live reactions to that as they release. So the first day that they drop, it's going to be 3 episodes, if I remember correctly, that are going to be dropped on that day. I'll be live streaming, reacting to all 3 episodes back to back on that day. So make sure you're here. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this trailer. Obviously, if you know about stuff that's going to be happening in the story, do not spoil people. If you want to talk about stuff like that, please use your spoiler warnings in space. I always want to remind you guys to do that. These types of stories are best enjoyed when you don't have the surprises ruined for you. And remember, that goes for me too. I've only read up through book 5. So if you're going to be talking about stuff past book 5, I don't want to know about it. I already know too much about stuff that happens past book 5 because of people not being careful with their spoilers. So it only takes a couple of moments to say spoiler warning for book whatever, then put 5 or 6 lines of empty space so that anyone who wants to participate in that part of the conversation has to hit show more. Super easy. Thanks for being respectful. I really appreciate it. I look forward to talking to you guys about this in the comments. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me for this reaction. Hope to see you around. As always, do your best to stay safe and be well, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
See Cirque du Soleil in a stunning new light in this visually breathtaking odyssey.